Hey guys, this is Manifesting Better, and I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So today's video is about the topic how to manifest multiple desires at the same time. This topic comes up for it comes up a lot, especially for people who are struggling with multiple areas in their life, just like a person, relationship, money, health, career, whatever it is. So I will be covering it here, how I personally manifest multiple things in my life and how I can, how according to me you should go about it. So the first thing that you need to understand here is that there are two kinds of people in life. People who would have a generally good self concept, people who would generally think of themselves as worthy, people who would generally be winners in life and they would consider themselves as that. They would consider themselves as winners. And then there would be people who would be predominantly victimizing themselves, predominantly putting themselves down, and predominantly feeling like a victim. Now, this is not a dig at anyone, and this is just to explain you guys how to go about it and how you can change it. A good indication to understand which one you are is to see what your life is like right now. So if most areas of your life are good and just one or two areas is where you struggle, this means that you are predominantly a winner, and that the thing that you are manifesting you just lack with your concept, or there are some limitations in that area. And if probably most of the things in your life are not going well, then that just shows that you are predominantly victimizing yourself and predominantly in victimhood. Now, it would be a different thing for both of these people to manifest multiple desires. So let's first cover for the people who are predominantly in a victim mindset. How can they manifest multiple things at once? For these people who are predominantly victimizing themselves, my first advice would be to get a good self concept and start working on themselves. I have posted a lot of videos about it. My video on self image, my video on how to put yourself first, and most of my Instagram posts are about this, on how you can put yourself first on a daily basis. I say this because what happens is that when we are wanting to manifest a lot of things in the physical world and a lot of stuff is not going as we want it to go, what happens is somewhere we have our self worth attached to each and everything. So we have our self worth attached to money, to relationships, and being a victim has become an addiction to us, and victimizing ourselves has become our new normal. That is why in every situation we get, we choose to take the route that makes us feel like a victim because it is our normal and it is our comfort zone, right? So this is where a lot of choices are essential. This is where first having making your life something that you are proud of and improving your life in some way, shape, or form is very important, and building up new habits, building up winning habits in small ways so that you can put yourself into uncertain and uncomfortable positions which are good for you every day in a small manner, so that your brain is not threatened by it and you are actually able to succeed in it, right? So this is where the first step would be. After that, what about the people who are predominantly winners? So when they are struggling in one or two areas of their life, they will have to understand that the one or two areas of their life that they are struggling with, these areas have specific stories, and usually they have pedestalized these areas. So let's say a relationship, money, they have pedestalized that, which means that even though their life is good, they always feel that something is missing, and that missing part they have associated with the relationship or the money or the job. And somewhere they have started to think that that thing coming in will make me feel whole and complete, right? So for them, the first step is to identify what is it that they are manifesting and why is it they are manifesting that. After they have identified what is the reason, they can start providing themselves the feelings that they want from that thing, so that the self-worth is not attached to that. Now now comes down to, for both of these, this is the first step. So the first step for people who are predominantly in a victim mindset, I had just told you. For the people who are predominantly in a winner mindset, I just told you. Now, how to go about manifesting multiple things. Now that both of these people are at a level where they are feeling good about themselves, and they are generalizing, they are feeling stable, and they are generally in a good mindset, and their self-worth is not attached to that thing. Now comes the second part: how can they manifest multiple things? Before I move forward, just making you guys understand this one thing: this is not, what I'm just telling you is not needed to manifest something. This is so that when these manifestations come, they are sustainable, you are able to enjoy them, you are able to have fun with them, they stay for a long time, and they come in a way that you like, not in a hot and cold way, and your emotions and your worth is not connected to it. So this is for that. This is why I always go, my approach of manifesting is always sustainability and going at it in a healthy manner, rather than manifesting it and then being insecure about it, having it go away, or having fears about it. No offense to anyone who wants to manifest that way, it's their choice, go ahead. I personally feel that until manifestations are coming from a healthy manner, it's not worth having, because then it just becomes about having some, like, it becomes about a means to an end, so that you're just doing these things to get something, and then you're chasing the next thing for that happiness, and then you're chasing the next thing for that happiness. To go at it in a healthy mindset where your mental health is intact, where your life is stable, and you are going only up from there. I personally feel that stability in yourself is first very important, right? Somewhere, yes, it conditions your manifestations, but I don't think there is anything wrong with that. Because I would, let's say I'm manifesting a person, I would rather have that manifestation when I know that I will be able to sustain this, rather than it comes and goes and comes and goes and comes and goes. So yeah, now let's go down to how to manifest the multiple scenarios in your life. There are a few ways you can go about it, and there are few things that you can do. First thing, it's to understand that you have already been manifesting multiple things in your life. The car you have, the job you have, the money you have, the love you have, the friends you have, is all a manifestation and a reflection of you. So you're not doing something extraordinary when you're manifesting multiple desires. It is already something that you're doing, but there are some things that you have opposing stories towards, and then there are some things that you have supporting aligned stories towards. It's about setting those stories straight. One way to go about it is to divide your focus into these things which are primarily important, and then focus on them throughout the day. So let's say if you affirm, let's say your focusing method is affirming, and let's say you like to divide it throughout the day, like I do. I like to do affirmations divided throughout the day for 5 to 10 to 15 minutes each, depending on my mood in that moment. So I would divide it. I would do once for money, once for health, once for career, once for relationship. And if I feel like in that day something is more pressing in my mind, then I would do something twice. Or if it's visualizing, you can, and you do it multiple times, then you can go about it the same way. Now let's say you are a person who just affirms once or just visualizes once. Then what you can do is you can get clarity on what you want on a piece of paper, and visualize and affirm for an ideal life, so that everything is included in that. All the aspects are included in that. Other than that, what you can do is, I have a revision challenge on Instagram in which you write down 10 things every day from the present tense, and at night you revise it through a scripting or a visualizing method. You can go and check it out in my Instagram. It's a little bit down. It's under the blue template, so you will find it. Through that, you can manifest these small things that don't matter to you much. Other than that, one way that is again something I like doing a lot is to generally build a good self concept, is to generally build a good concept of yourself regarding these things. So when you have a good general self concept with generalized affirmations like everything works out for me, my life is fun, my life is easy, I always get what I want, then even a little bit of focus on these things, because it's under your belief system, will have you manifest these things very fast, so that you don't have to consciously affirm and consciously visualize to do it. Another way to go about it, and this is again, these are just methods that I am using, and these are just techniques that you can use. It's in the end, it doesn't matter which one you use. So another way to go about it is to not affirm for anything consciously, or not affirm or visualize for anything consciously. What you can do is, when the thoughts of those things come into your mind, you just shift it a little bit towards the end. Now, I'm not saying flip the thoughts. I'm saying that when that thought comes, accept it and move towards the feeling of having it as the person who will have it. So that when your stories are that are running in your mind are aligned to the end result of that thing, you don't have to consciously think about it. When the thought of it comes, just take it to the end result. These are some methods that you can use. Now there will be more methods that you can use, and there will be priorities in your life too. So sometimes, let's say a money situation is very pressing, so in those moments you would be focusing on money more. Sometimes a relationship is what you are primarily focusing on, so you would be focusing on that more. Then the other things can take a back seat. So what you can do is, for some things, let's say in this moment right now, your primary focus is is relationships. So what you can do is you can primarily focus on relationships, and then for money and for career and for friends, you can go with the revision challenge method, or you can affirm once or twice, or you can just, whenever you think about it, you can change your stories regarding it. So these are ways that through which you can manifest multiple desires. Again, saying it again, that you have already been doing that. You have already been manifesting multiple desires. It's just how you go about it, and it's just these are things that you are doing consciously. So that is why you are stressing it out. But there is nothing to stress out about it, because it's a natural process. You have already been doing it and using it consciously. You can do it. My advice, personal advice, this is a biased advice because related to all the people I have worked with and my own self, is that it's always better to first build a general good self concept within yourself, so that these things don't feel like a big deal. So when you generally feel like a winner, manifesting these things feels under your belief system. So that will help you advance in your journey, and it will be coming in a consistent manner because you think of it as a normal thing to have, and you have not pedestalized these things in any way. I intend this video helped you, and I will be posting again in a few days, and I will be looking forward to your comments, and see you in the next one.